camera body.
You know, just about.
Yeah.
Because you can get on some of these, you can get camera attachments and things like that. The lens, separate lenses.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy at a a camera store in Fort Wayne. And when he's not working in a store, he also photographs some NFL football games. His big super zoom lens cost him $12,000.
Wow.
12 grand for a lens.
Wow. That's a,
Big
yeah.
honkers that's got to sit on its own stand and all that. It's huge.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. How much of a zoom does it have on it?
I have no idea. A lot.
Like the Hubble telescope type of lens,
like
or
Hubble telescope, I guess.
seeing other galaxies with that.
Yeah, he can be way, way back there, and he can, see the quarterback's hands on that football. Just like he was right there.
Well, hopefully he's got some kind of insurance on it, because if you drop it
I don't know. All I know is that he's a official photographer. I wanted to say for the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he had all kinds of photos and stuff in there from different players and all that. But that's what he does in weekends and so forth.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to ask you, and I think CS is officially coming tomorrow. Doesn't it open tomorrow, CS?
Yes, officially starts tomorrow.
Right. Okay. But I didn't really want to talk about CS because I know everybody else does. But you actually mentioned a couple times on your show that they have something for business. It's like a business trade show. Yeah.
So twice a year, there's a show on the East Coast in the spring and one in Vegas in October called SMB Nation. Okay, and that is that is a conference for vendors to demonstrate their products and software to the small and mid-sized business space. So you have a lot of heavy hitters out there. The Symantics, the Microsofts, HP, Dell, all these guys are out there, with their booths and talking about their software and all that sort of thing.
Now, did you said it was more than one place? I think you mentioned Las Vegas and
Las Vegas, and out in the East Coast, I want to say Philadelphia, but I'm not 100% certain on that.
Now, I don't know. You mentioned you might be going in October or something like that.
The plan is as it stands now to get out there to the one in October and do live coverage in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask if you do that as a show, coverage for the show, or just personally, or both, or.
Well, it's going to be for the show, all right. Not for SMB Nation, but we've got some sponsors that'll be out there, and so we'll give them coverage, and then we'll also go around and talk to some other companies as well.
Okay, I think you said you can do this live, right? So how are you going to do it? Are you going to use a live view or an alternate method?
Well, I'm waiting for Steve to get back from CES, and then I'll talk to him about it.
Just borrow it. Ask him to borrow it.
I think he's borrowed his. So.
Yeah. I think
I think those are really, really expensive.
Yeah, I think even to rent them, it's like a couple of $1,000 for a month or something like that.
A day.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah, they're really. What do they got? I forget how many wireless cards that are bonded together, like 6. 3G cards that are all bonded together. It's insane, crazy.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Backpack that you carry around, So, plus he's taking a GL1 with him to shoot the video, and he's got a small Marshall mixer, I think. So he's taking like 2 bags of equipment out there with him.
Yeah. But I am kind of rooting for you when you go into that one in, I guess, October. Actually, I'll hopefully watch that live.
Well, that's the game plan. That's what we're hoping to do.
Oh, okay, that's great. Well, because there's some shows out there that I know CES is big because it's for like the average consumer, but some of the smaller shows, perhaps aren't geared toward them, just business or
Right, and our show is more business technology related. Tuesday we had the folks from Acclivity Software on the show, and they make Account Edge, which is accounting software for the Mac and PC. And we're wanting to do, like I said, we're going to have Cloud Sherpas on that move people to Google Apps, and we're talking to more and more value-added resellers, systems integrators, solutions providers out there in the IT space, and these happen to be small business guys in the technology field. And we really want to get more and more of that type of person on the show. We will cover some consumer technology because, there is some bleed over. For example, the iPhone, the iPad, and all that. There's business applications for it. There's consumer applications for it. But that's kind of the space that we stick in, more towards the business technology side. So some of us maybe not as sexy as consumer technology, like 3D TV and all that
yeah.
Stuff. Accounting software can be kind of dry.
Well, see, what they need is some models to model the software. In bikinis, holding the box.
What they need, really, I'm going to suggest this, is get video game designers to design accounting software. Right?
Really?
Yeah. What do you think? Filling out an invoice is sort of like, Call of Duty or Black Ops. You get rewarded or you get to blast stuff. I don't know. It's an idea.
Then you could do a multiplayer over the internet as well.
I set up with some great sound effects and some, yeah.
Well, I always wondered if, they should do, of course they're using like computer software for teaching in schools. I figure why not throw a video game in there if they, make a high enough score or something. But
right? Yeah, exactly. Sure, why not? But here's the deal though. Business technology a lot of times trickles its way down to the home user. I'll give you an example. The multifunction peripheral, or MFP. These started out clearly designed for business, for a combination of printer and scanner, and then other capabilities were added to them, and they were very expensive when they first came out. And they clearly were marketed to small to mid-sized companies, and now the average consumer can easily afford one. So that trickled down. Right? So there's a lot of technology, some of the stuff that Cisco's been doing with their video conferencing technology is now working its way into the home, started out in the business world.
Well, I think really mostly even when computers first started in the internet, that was, pretty much, colleges, business or military. And then eventually when it trickled down to the average user, right?
Right. So my point being is I know a lot of us are excited about the CES, and rightfully so, but here's a heads up. If you want to see what can end up in your home 3-4 years from now, pay attention to SMB Nation. And you'll see some stuff that'll blow your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think people really do that, but they don't think it'd be in some way connected eventually to the average consumer. And
I want to, if I may, I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to address something about 3D TV.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, sure.
3D movies in any way, shape, or form make me sick. Violently sick. Okay, and now they've taken. Right? Now they've taken some of the most horrendous movies ever made. It's in 3D. So it's great.
3 times as horrible.
Right? That's it. You like Piranha movie? You're kidding me. They're making a sequel to that stupid thing. I don't get it.
Well, it's just like, I guess it's Blu-ray. I'm still using the regular DVDs. I guess it's catching on, but I don't know. Yeah. What do you think?
What, Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Personally, I guess if you're a videophile and a purist and you spend all that money on your 60-inch 1080p or 1080i 1080p LED flat panel with 3D, why not spend a few more dollars and get your Blu-ray? I think for the average I don't know, maybe this sounds crazy, but I think for the average Joe out there, standard DVDs look quite nice on their TVs anyway. And streaming movies really is so much more convenient than going out and buying these things for something I'm going to watch one time anyway.
Well, actually, because I have the Netflix streaming account, and actually, the quality is quite good. I mean, it's I'm not saying it's exactly DVD quality, but it can be, depending on your internet connection, and even stream it through my Xbox 360. And for some reason, I'm using wireless, so you often see it go down in quality. But for average use, it's quite fine actually.
Well, it's the Apple TV. Okay, streams in 720p. I have a 37-inch. I'm not a rich guy, so I didn't. My flat panel TV is a Vizio. They are a less expensive television, but for my purposes, it does fine. And I have to say that even standard definition movies look just fine, and then high definition looks great to me. My wife, she's pleased with standard definition, So, I guess it really depends. When I was younger, I was an audiophile. I was into high-end audio gear. Okay, companies like Macintosh and Nakamichi and all those companies, Akai. And I used to have high-end audio gear, and that's what I was into. But and there's video files out there that build fantastic home theater systems. Get Blu-ray, that's fine. But for my purposes, it's not a maker. I'm quite content with the quality I'm getting from streaming video right now.
And as me as well, it's